That was a defensive win yesterday. I don't think there was anything that you could say positive about the Giants' offense. It looked like Odell Beckham Jr. just wasn't right either. But the bottom line is the defense won that game. Do you agree?
Yeah, I do. But, I mean, the offense did what they had to do at the end there, punching and score up, in the fourth quarter to get a lead where the defense had opportunity to stop them. So, the offense did enough. I mean, you win games like this where, maybe one side of the ball isn't clicking well enough, and the other side, plus special teams had to pick them up, and I thought it was just a overall team win yesterday.
And that's okay. I mean, they spent so much money on the defense, right, to win games like that.
$200 million should get you a few wins a year, right?
And maybe that's a game last year with their defense they probably lose. But, observing the offense, it is an offensive league, and they have to score points, Justin. And we were talking before you came on. Eli just doesn't look right to me. We talked about skittish a couple of weeks ago. Just afraid to get hit, which we know he's not because he's taken punishment before. But the arm strength doesn't seem to be there. Doesn't have the zip, the accuracy. Would you be surprised if he was nursing an injury?
I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, I had the opportunity to play with Eli 9 years and know that it's been plenty of times when, he was not 100%, but he went out there and played. And the fact that he has 100 and, whatever it is now, consecutive games, play. I mean, in the NFL, you're going to have to play through some injuries, and if you have a streak like that. So I'm sure there is something going on physically, but at the end of the day, we can all see that the O-line is not protecting as well as I think Eli has been accustomed to being protected. The running game is pretty much non-existent right now, and it just I think all of that stuff added into it could create, what we're seeing from Eli right now. And that's, obviously he's not playing to the caliber that we've come accustomed to seeing him play.
All right, let's go back to the defense for a moment, Justin. It seems like Spagnolo is probably feeling a little bit more comfortable because he was actually sending people on blitzes. It was more like the Giant defense that he used to run when he had the talent. Did you notice that he was a little more aggressive in his calls?
It seemed like it. I thought I saw him blitz. I mean, I was at the game yesterday, and I thought I saw him blitz a lot. Maybe even more than what I would have liked to have blitzed when I was playing for. But that's his thing. He likes to bring a lot of pressure to a quarterback, especially a more inexperienced quarterback. And I thought that boded well for them. They played excellent yesterday. I thought Landon Collins did a great job of controlling the middle, making plays when opportunities was there. The secondary did a really good job of not really allowing big plays. There was a few there, but considering what I thought Baltimore was able to do 2 weeks ago in the big play category, they kind of did a better job in that regard. I like to see more consistent pressure, but they're getting there. And like I said earlier, when we were talking about this a couple of weeks ago, it's just going to take some time for that team to dwell. It's so many new faces on the defense side of the ball, new schemes and things of that nature that's coming to play. It's going to take a little time, but I was impressed with what they was able to do yesterday.
We're also trying to analyze a strange event, and that is a game, all the way out there in England. And if memory serves, when you played with the Giants and they went out to England, you won a game against, I think it was Miami, 14-7. It was a real ugly game.
Ugly game, defensive battle game, yeah.
So I'm wondering, is a lot of the poor play or just the very difficult to analyze stuff from that game come from the fact of where it was played?
The whole London trip is a tough trip. You're playing what is equivalent to 8 o'clock or whatever it may be in your time zone. You're away from your own facility practicing. It's a lot of different things pulling at your time when you're over there. So yeah, I mean it's difficult. It's rare to see teams go over there and play as well as they are capable of playing, but obviously both teams have to deal with that. So that might be, something to look at in future games, trying to figure out ways to get teams to play at their optimal. Because I really haven't seen a team really go over there and play at their optimal, considering everything that goes with it. So yeah, that could be something we looked at. But like you alluded to earlier, I mean the Giants, they got the win. It's very similar to how we got the win there in 2007. And, I don't think, anybody will say that, things from the past equate to things in the future. But, when we won that game over in London, we got the bye, and then we kind of went on a run and got hot and ended up winning the Super Bowl that year. So I'm hoping that we can say the same thing about this team come February.
Did you say you were at the game yesterday?
Yeah, I'm good.
You traveled there?
Well, how else would I have got there?
That's a good point.
Strong.
But I
Strong
mean,
hot take.
don't you have homework to do, Justin? I mean, you just pick up and go to London?
I had midterms that I finished on Thursday, so I had a little bit of a break. Me and my wife went over, enjoyed the game with some friends, and came back last night right after the game, and I'm in class today.
What was the vibe like there?
It was good. I mean, it was a packed stadium, fans all over the place, a lot of New Yorkers around. I felt like I was in New York when I was walking downtown London, and people recognized me and things of that nature. So there was a lot of American people that had flew over to enjoy the game, but a lot of British people enjoyed it as well. So the vibe was pretty good. It was the atmosphere. I mean, the majority of the stadium didn't necessarily win the cheer, but they stayed loud just because it felt like the wave was going on at the stadium just about every other play. So active crowd, and I really enjoyed the experience.